Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. So I thought I would address birthright citizenship again and the claim that Black Americans are being deported. The Black immigrants have a thing going now that Black Americans are being deported from the United States and that they warned us. They knew that we were going to be next, and they tried to tell us that we were going to be next. There is no such record of Black Americans being deported from the United States at any time. Black people might be detained. If you're living among immigrants and you get caught up in a raid, it's entirely possible that you might be detained. But I want to remind you that when they had that big raid in Chicago a few weeks ago, even the Black citizens said that the immigrants were put in one van and the Black American citizens were put in another van, which means that the immigrants were going in one direction and the Black Americans were going in another direction, most likely to jail. Now, they may have been going to jail, and then they may have figured it out once they got to the jail that they had innocent citizens and they were released. So this whole lie that they have going that Black Americans are being deported is something to make Black people feel fearful, I guess, or to make it look like we're in the same boat that they're in. And that is absolutely not the truth. Black Americans are not being deported from the United States, and the Black citizens in Chicago are saying that every time it comes up. Yet and still, these immigrants continue to peddle that lie, but it's not true. Now, what's going on with the birthright citizenship? Donald Trump is once again at the Supreme Court trying to get the Supreme Court to clarify birthright citizenship. Birthright citizenship was established for the formerly enslaved people. It does extend to people who come to the United States legally. Those children are covered under birthright citizenship, but their parents have to come here legally. Donald Trump is arguing that people who come here illegally should not benefit from birthright citizenship. There's a whole colony of people who come across the border illegally, and we know that. And they have children once they get here. Those children are presently covered under birthright citizenship. I don't know if his executive order has excluded those children or not. It may have. But before Donald Trump got in office, people who came across the border illegally and had children, their children were covered under birthright citizenship. And to be honest, birthright citizenship became a problem in recent years when immigration became more open and America, being the giant that America is, everybody's wanting to get here. So people just started taking advantage of it. And so now it's time to do something about it because, in the words of the president, it's being abused. For instance, people are coming here under the student visa program to study. They're supposed to stay here for a period of time and then go back to their homeland. But instead of going back to their homelands, they decide that things are so great in the United States of America, they're just going to stay here and make their life here. They are here illegally. And then there are those who come here on work visas and just get lost. They just get lost in the country and nobody knows where they are. And they just stay here and, get another name and start a family. And they're here illegally too. And then, of course, we know about the ones that are coming across the border illegally. They're having children, they're illegal. And then the ones who are coming into this country on vacation, 9 months pregnant, or just coming here to visit and don't leave. So they've had to run a bunch of Africans out of here recently, just overstaying the visas. So these people are in this country illegally. They're having children, and their children are or have been protected under birthright citizenship. And that's what he's trying to do away with. He is targeting people who will come in here defrauding the citizenship law of the United States of America. They're not here legally. They didn't come here legally. They are not under the jurisdiction of the United States of America because they are citizens from some other country. So he's trying to put a stop to that. I believe that eventually he will be successful. Maybe not under this administration, but it will eventually be overturned. This business about coming here illegally whenever you feel like it, overstaying visas and slipping into the country and having babies, that's going to come to an end because almost every country in the world has immigration laws, and you don't automatically become a citizen of that country because you come there on vacation and have a baby. Your baby is not automatically a citizen of that country. You have to be in that country legally. So that is what the Trump administration is arguing, that children whose parents came to this country illegally are not entitled to birthright citizenship. If they overstay their visa after graduating from Harvard or Yale or Princeton or whatever school they went to and was supposed to go back to their home country, but decided that life was so good in the United States that they were going to stay here, those people are in this country illegally. And even though their children are born in the United States, he is arguing that they are not entitled to birthright citizenship. So that's what the Supreme Court is muddling over now. So this has nothing to do with American descendants of slavery. This has nothing to do with us, even though they keep trying to drag us into it. This has nothing to do with us. This has to do with people who have immigrated to this country legally or illegally. That is what's going to determine ultimately whether they are entitled to birthright citizenship. So anyway, we have to keep our eyes open for whatever comes down from the Supreme Court. But that is what is in question now. And I will let you know how it turns out. Okay, y'all, thank you for listening and have a good evening.